Hey guys, welcome back to theclinicaltrialsguru.com. Again, that website address, if you don't already know it by now, shame on you, you should. I'm just kidding. For all you new viewers, hello. Subscribe to YouTube, subscribe to the blog. I give out stuff all the time. I got giveaways going on. And probably most importantly, well, maybe not most importantly if you're getting free things, but one of the cool things people like and my audience members like is the fact that you can email me questions. I will keep you 100% absolutely anonymous unless you want me to mention your name. Some people do. Dan at theclinicaltrialsguru.com. Dan at theclinicaltrialsguru.com. You can also find me on every social network. All of them. A really cool one I like is Cyberdust. It's kind of like Snapchat for professionals. Messages disappear, but it's a good way for me to get your questions. Also, you can text or call me 949-415-6256. 949-415-6256. I will reply to everybody as quickly as humanly possible for me. So let me get right into a viewer question today. It's pretty good. I haven't been asked this before. And it's related to CROs, and so let me just read the email. It says, "Hey Dan, we're starting a new Phase 1 unit. We're looking for Phase 1 projects for our new unit. Do you have a video that covers the topic of finding Phase 1 opportunities?" So here's the thing. If you're looking to participate in studies as a Phase 1 clinic, clinicaltrials.gov is the best way to go about it. Okay, I keep stressing this all the time. If you're just a research clinic and not a CRO, which I'm going to get into the CRO aspect in this video as well because there's more to the question. But just to answer this first question, if you're looking for Phase 1 studies as a research clinic, as a Phase 1 unit, go to clinicaltrials.gov, network with your existing contacts, find new contacts. That's how you find the studies out there that you could possibly participate in as an add-on site. And once you start developing these relationships, you don't have to be an add-on site anymore. If you do a good job, the sponsors, the CROs will come back to you with more work. Now, let's get into the more interesting part of the question. We are best suited for small biotech startups since we can provide all the nurturing for the project, from writing a protocol to FDA applications, etc. But if there is a big pharma out there who needs overflow for their own projects, I suppose that would work too. So it sounds like you're looking for work that's more along the lines of a CRO as well. And I had a video, I just did this a few weeks ago, or maybe last week, about how a Phase 1 site and a CRO, oftentimes the duties of these two different types of companies overlap. There's a lot of overlap there, especially when you mentioned the part about protocol writing. Add a couple medical monitors in the mix for other sites to contact, and now you're in business as a CRO. So how to land those studies from the clients that haven't even started a Phase 1 study yet, but your group wants to now act as a CRO and help writing the protocol, and it sounds like you have the staff in place to provide medical monitoring for other sites to call, and maybe you can help with site selection. I could probably help you out with that. I have a small CRO myself. So here's what you do. You're in the perfect situation right now because you already have a Phase 1 unit. So like I said, go to clinicaltrials.gov, find a few Phase 1 projects to work on now. Also, once you exhaust that method, because there's only so many Phase 1 studies out there, start looking up some of the biotechs on LinkedIn. Like there's so many biotechs out there, and they're not all working on specific compounds. Some of them are in preclinical development, so they haven't even started the Phase 1 yet. So you want to find those ones and start developing a good relationship with those ones. So LinkedIn is a great way to do that. Also, leverage your existing work. The Phase 1 studies you currently have, there's probably a CRO involved with those studies. Okay, so find out, network with that CRO, maybe your monitor, and ask them if they know of any projects coming up, any biotechs that may need your services. You'd be surprised. This is a small industry. This is a big industry as far as the money and the people who work in the industry, but it's small when it comes down to the actual number of clinical trials being conducted every year, and especially it gets much smaller in the phase 1 space. So leverage your existing customers because you're a phase 1 site now. Continue to get more business as a phase 1 clinic and build those relationships with the sponsors. That's the best way to gain customers or gain more business, is to do good on the business you already have and network like crazy with your contacts from the business you already have. Let them know what it is you're doing as far as protocol writing and your whole CRO type of activities. Let them know early on what you're doing, and let them know that, hey, we can do your phase 1 studies, or we can get even more involved and not only do your phase 1 studies, but provide some CRO-like services. So do that. So find the biotechs on LinkedIn, leverage your existing customers, and do really good on the current projects that you have while networking with the appropriate people like project managers, your CRA, people maybe from the sponsor and not necessarily from the CRO. Although, believe it or not, some people from the CRO might help you. Oftentimes, there are cases where CROs, especially the bigger CROs, partner with the smaller niche CROs and end up actually acquiring them because they're specialized, and it sounds like you are too, in specific therapeutic areas. So you're going about it the right way. I would say you're about 50% of the way there as far as actually opening a CRO. And I know I'm in the process of doing this myself. So just get more phase 1 work as a site, as a research clinic, and start building upon that, networking, leveraging your existing relationships, and just get the word out there that not only do you guys do a good job at phase 1 studies, but you offer services that could be even more than that, more along the lines of a CRO. Hopefully this helps. Let me know if you have more questions, and if you need help finding more clients, my firm will be happy to do that. Dan at theclinicaltrialsguru.com, and best of luck to you. Thanks.